backlash against your appearance in the video. These critics saying that it glorifies obesity, that your weight is unhealthy, and that by appearing in the video, you're encouraging people to be overweight. And then, once this critic had spoken out, a big backlash against the criticism by people saying, no, this is about accepting all sorts of different shapes and sizes, which is the camp that I'm in, as I'm sure the viewers already know. But what is your view, and how have you reacted to the criticism against you?
Well, I mean, fat people exist. There's no question about that.
But it's whether we should be celebrating a body image which is medically defined as highly dangerous. And I'll explain why. If you don't mind me just going through some stats here. You're 36 years old, you're 5'4", you're 380 pounds, 27.1 stone, and your BMI is 64.6. Now, the BMI ranges, according to the World Health Organization, 18 is underweight, up to 24 normal weight, 25 to 29 overweight, 30 to 34 class 1 obesity, 35 to 39 class 2 obesity, anything over 40 class 3 obesity, which is morbid obesity, i.e. a level of obesity which could very possibly lead to early death. Your BMI is 64.6.
Do you think that Angelina doesn't know all of this?
No, the reason I'm saying it is so that viewers can understand the debate properly. My argument is this, is that when you are that level of morbid obesity, statistically, is it right to put people like yourself into a pop video celebrating that kind of weight? And I ask you honestly, to be honest with yourself. We've had all this with Tess Holliday. She's on the cover of Cosmo, and it's all celebrated. There's no mention of it being a dangerous weight.
Honestly, if you were really concerned about people being obese and representing something bad, you would take yourself off the air, because you're not exactly slim yourself.
Well,
right?
OK, I'm 220 pounds and I'm 6'1". Right, you're 5'4" and you're 380 pounds. So there is a difference. I'm not morbidly obese.
Right, but you're still
I'm
fat
actually reasonably healthy.
You're still fat
I'm reasonably fit. Well, you might think I'm fat. Most viewers are looking at this and think they're not seeing me as morbidly obese, right? So you're perfectly entitled to throw the jibes back at me.
But you're still fat. You being less
I'm not in
fat
Miley
than
Cyrus's
me
pop
doesn't
video.
make, you know...
I'm not in a pop video, am I? Extolling the
But you're on
virtues of my body.
TV. You're on TV. You're on TV every day.
So you think that me
You're
sitting here now...
You're on TV every day. You're going to tell me that...
You think, just to clarify, there is a comparison between me sitting here now, 6'1", 220 pounds, I am reflecting and celebrating a clinically dangerous level of weight, you think?
I think that if you were really concerned about glorifying obesity, you would take yourself off the air.
But I'm not obese. Period. It's just a statistical medical fact.
You're fat, though.
I'm not medical. I'm not even fat.
Yeah, but you being
no, I'm
less
not.
fat...
This is the point, though. My point is,
okay.
With great respect to you, my body mass index is not 64.6, which is 24 above the morbid obesity level. So you can throw it back at me, and that's fine. I'm a big boy in many ways, right? That's fine, right?
Too big, according to Angelina.
I have a serious point. I think there is a trend now with Tess Holliday and now you of glamorizing morbid obesity, which actually is dangerous. And I'd say this for your health as much as anything else. It's like, it is a dangerous weight to be. Do you accept that?
Well, Piers, honestly, I will tell you, I am not healthy. I'm not going to pretend like I am in perfect health, but I am 46 years old, not 36.
Okay.
I am 8 years younger than you, and don't look my age. But the health problems I have are more age-related than weight-related.
OK, I mean, look, I feel the same way, by the way, about the size 0 models on catwalks, right? It's not about an anti-fat person thing. And I totally concede that I would like to be a little bit slimmer, a little bit healthier and fitter, right? I get that. But there is a difference between me and you. And I would like you to be honest about this, rather than, doing lots of press around your Miley Cyrus video, which makes it look like this is all pretty cool and fun.
I think the thing is that what Angelina is saying is this is not about glamorising. This is about accepting.
But if we accept it, we're going to create a bigger problem. At the moment, obesity is a huge problem in terms of death rates. So we can't ignore that fact.
But also, you know, people say that looking perfect is a problem for instance, teenagers.
But
because
what's
all teenagers
the idea of
think
perfect?
well, that's a very good point. But a lot of people think that by having, you know, you look utterly perfect, and Love Islanders all look utterly perfect.
But
for
I'm
instance,
not utterly perfect. I have cellulite. I have things that I don't like. We all do. But what?
So it's about accepting,
of
you
course,
see,
but
all of the different
I
body
can't accept
shapes.
someone who is really unhealthy. Again, the same with Piers saying, if we had put someone who was anorexic on a music video, there would be absolute.
I totally agree.
uproar.
That's the point I would make. And
It's
actually,
the same thing.
yeah, and honestly, I think that is a valid point, Angelina, is that if they had put, you know, we went through that period of what they called heroin chic in fashion, where these incredibly skeletal models were put on covers and catwalks and so on. And there was a huge outcry about it because it was deemed to be promoting and propagating an unhealthy body image. And I think the same applies, with great respect to you, to models like yourself and Tess Holliday and so on. I'm just uneasy when it's framed as this is a glamorous pop video and here you are, here's the cover of Cosmo and here you are, without actually re-emphasising constantly that this is a really dangerous, unhealthy weight to be.
I think normalising it is the problem.
But unhealthy people still deserve to see themselves represented.
But why would you want to be represented in a pop video? I don't get it. I mean, if you want to be, if you want to be a good role model, you could just
Because that's my job.
You could go on
that's
a big.
what I do. That is my job.
Right, but you see, I would respect you more with respect to you if I saw you doing a fitness campaign where you tried to lose 100 pounds. Rather than appearing in a pop video, glamorising
keep
it.
dreaming, babe.
Huh?
Keep dreaming, babe.
Keep dreaming. Why? Well, why keep dreaming? Why wouldn't you aspire to do that?
Because that's not going to work. It's not going to work for me. Diets are 95% failure rate. Why would I do something that's going to fail?
Because I would hope you would want to save your own life. And I would like you to save your own life. You seem a very charismatic person to me. You give it back as well as you take it. I respect all that, right? But I would not like you to die of morbid obesity at a very young age. That's all.
And also with diets being 95...
I'm 46. I'm like not worried about not living a full life. I've already lived a lot of life, trust me. And if I were to die tomorrow, I wouldn't regret it.
But are you happy?
I can do things while being fat.
Of course
Am I
you
happy?
can.
No, there are a lot of things that I would change, but it's not happy in regards to other things that aren't related to my weight.
OK. All right. Look, it's an interesting debate. I mean, I know your view is very different to mine, right?
Yes, totally.
You don't think there's anything wrong with this. Would you be happy with skeletal models doing it?
You talk about
Would you
it
be
as
happy with a really
glamorising.
skinny, really ill-looking skinny model appearing in that video? Would you be happy with that?
I think if someone is like that...
Yeah.
But she wasn't born like that. She's
Right.
made herself that way.
What if
through
someone was literally
unhealthy
starving
habits.
themselves and we celebrated it by putting on the cover of Cosmo? You would not like that. And that's the hypocrisy of this debate, is that because people are massively overweight, we're not allowed to say, actually, that's unhealthy. I think we should be able
People
to.
put themselves through very punishing regimes to be on the front of magazines. I think it's very hard to be...
Tess
to look as
Holliday's
good
only punishing regime
as
on that
the
cover
models look.
was to eat lots of food.
Also,
right?
people are gaining more work from being bigger. So
Yeah.
also we're seeing
but we
people
can't-
gaining weight just to get somewhere in a
except our
career.
modern media is not flooded with people who are hugely overweight.
Let me ask you.
No, of course
All right, let me
not,
ask
but
you,
I'm just saying
Angelina,
not
finally.
people see
Exactly.
Do you think? I mean, I don't know about you, Angelina,
the
but
amount of
I
fat
tend to
people
get.
that are actually out there.
Yeah, I tend to, Angelina. Here's my thing. I
It's like
sort of.
so small. It's so small.
Yeah.
Right, but I think, Angelina, that a bit of fat shaming is a good thing, right? I think that when people say to me, you put on a bit of timber, mate, it makes me go back and try and lose a bit of timber. Eat a bit less, drink a bit less, get on my Peloton bike, off we go, right? I need to have people look at me going, hey, big boy, lose a bit.
That's so
right?
ironic, because whenever we mention it on air as a joke, you complain about it.
I do that to you because
Yes.
you're the great virtue signalling. We can't say anything negative about anybody's body image. Everyone's perfect.
Yes.
I don't agree. I think a bit of fat shaming is a good thing, a healthy thing. What do you think, Angelina?
I think you're wrong. I think that people should be allowed to live their lives without somebody commenting on everything that they do or what they look like.
380 pounds, naked woman appearing in a Miley Cyrus
was a
video.
great eye roll,
We're
by the
all
way.
going to talk about your body, aren't we? You know that. That's why you did it. Right?
No, I did it to get paid, honestly.
All right.
Good for you.
You know what? On that brutally honest note, I applaud you. Angelina Duplisea, it's good to talk to you.